Hello students, in the present video session we'll discuss about data and signals. So any information which is to be transmitted between sender and the receiver, either it may be analog in terms of analog form or digital form. So the data or information can be either, we can represent either as analog signal or else digital signal. So this analog signal will be always continuous one, and digital signal will be always discrete value. So I can say that digital data takes on discrete value. So if you are having text or character strings can be considered as examples of digital data. So analog signals are continuous values. So here we can observe that. So this is nothing but continuous value, and here we are having the digital signal which is represented in terms of patterns of zeros and ones. So the independent variable of the signal could be time, for example space or any kind of integers. So digital signal can have only a limited number of defined values. So we'll be having under digital signal, we will be having limited number of defined values. Usually will take zeros and ones. So here we can observe that the diagram shows the digital as well as analog signal. So this is the analog signal which is continuous one, and this is a digital signal which has some discrete values. So a signal can be represented as a function of time. Usually we can represent the signal irrespective of the signal may be analog or digital. We can represent the signal as a function of time, that is it varies with respect to the time. However, it can be also represented as a function of frequency. So we can also consider either the signal can be represented as a function of time or frequency. That is, signal can be considered as a composition of different frequency components. So therefore, the signal has both time domain and frequency domain representation. So if you are representing in terms of time, so we can have for the signal we can have the time domain representation. If you are represented in terms of frequency, we will be having the frequency domain representation. So now we will take what are the difference between analog and digital signal. So first we can take the difference as the analog signals are continuous signals, but as I mentioned before, the digital signals are discrete signals. So the second difference is analog signal uses continuous values for representing the information, but here we can use the discrete values for representing the information or data under digital signal. So the third difference is the analog signals can be affected by the noise during the transmission, because since it is continuous, obviously there may be a chance of noise or disturbance while transmitting the information. So but digital signals cannot be affected by the noise during the transmission. So basically if you are transmitting the information in terms of digital signals, so we can avoid the noise while transmitting the information or data. So accuracy of analog signal will be obviously affected by the noise, but accuracy will not be affected, or else I can say that accuracy is less affected in the case of digital transmission. So devices which are used using analog signals are less flexible, but under digital signals the device using the digital signals will be more flexible. So analog signals consumes less bandwidth, but here we need to have the more bandwidth since we are representing each values in terms of discrete signals. So next one is analog signals are stored in the form of continuous waveform. So here we can have patterns of zeros and ones. Analog signals have low cost, but digital signals have high cost. So analog signals are portable, but digital signals cannot be, digital signals are not portable one. Analog signals give observation errors, but digital signal does not give any kind of observation errors. So these are the major 10 differences we can list between analog and digital signals. Periodic signals. Periodic signal completes a pattern within a measurable time frame called as a period and repeats that respective pattern over subsequent identical periods. So the completion of one full pattern is called as a cycle. Completion of one full pattern is called as a cycle. So now we will take the frequency. Suppose a periodic signal is characterized by amplitude. If it is characterized by amplitude, frequency and phase, frequency and phase. So we can write the equation for single frequency voltage waveform. V of t is equal to V sin 2pft plus q, where capital V is equal to peak amplitude of the waveform, f is equal to frequency, t is equal to time stamp or time period in terms of seconds, and small q is equal to phase in terms of degree or radians. So next we will take non-periodic signal. So non-periodic signal is also called as aperiodic signal, which is also called as aperiodic signal, which will not exhibit any characteristics of periodic signal. A non-periodic signal never repeats the same pattern while transmitting the data. So it does not satisfy the periodicity property of periodic signal. So we can say that the non-periodic signal changes without exhibiting a pattern or cycle that repeats over time. So in data communication, we commonly use periodic analog signals and non-periodic digital signals. So in the case of data communication, always we can use periodic analog signal, and non-periodic digital signal. So next we'll consider the difference between periodic and aperiodic or non-periodic signal. So under periodic signal, a signal which repeats itself after a specific interval of time is called as periodic signal. But aperiodic signal does not exhibit any characteristics of periodicity or periodic signal. So the second difference is a signal that repeats its pattern over a period is called as periodic signal. A signal does not repeat its pattern over a period is called as aperiodic signal or non-periodic signal. So the periodic signal can be represented by a mathematical equation, but here we cannot use any mathematical equation in order to represent a periodic signal. Their values can be determined at any point of time, but under a periodic signal we cannot identify or determine the values with certainty at a given point of time. So periodic signals are deterministic signals, but non-periodic signals are random signals. So for periodic signals, examples are sine wave, cosine wave, sawtooth wave, etc. So this is the periodic signal which exhibits the same pattern after a specific time interval. So for example, the sound signal from the radio, which can be considered as example for a periodic signal. Also all types of noise signals. So this is non-periodic signal. It does not repeat after a specific interval of time. So this is the example for a periodic signal. Digital signals. So digital means discrete form. The data in communication can be represented in digital form, that is zeros and ones. So since digital signals are usually non-periodic in nature, different technology is used for representing digital data. So here we can observe that a digital signal with two levels, and the other example is a digital signal with 4 levels. So here we can observe that in 1 second, total 8 bits are transmitted, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So therefore bit rate is equal to 8 bits per second. So bit rate is defined as the number of bit intervals per second. So here we can observe that bit rate is equal to 8 bits per second. And here we can observe that we are having two levels. So this is high and low. So that is level 1 and level 2. Similarly, for the second example, so we can observe that the total number of bits transmitted in 1 second is around 16 bits. So therefore, in 1 second we can transmit 16 bits. That means bit rate is equal to 16 bits per second. So but here we are having 4 levels. So that is, so level 4, so this is level 3 and level 2 and level 1. So next we will take what is the definition of bit rate. So the bit rate is the number of bits sent in 1 second expressed in terms of bits per second, that is BPS. So bit rate unit is BPS, that is bit per second. So assume we need to download a text document at the rate of 100 pages per second. So what is the required bit rate of the channel? So we can consider, so we are having around 100 pages document need to be downloaded, and so each page will be having average 24 lines, and within each line will be having 80 characters. So we need 8 bits to represent individual character. So therefore 1000 into 24 into 80 into 8, that is equal to 00 bits per second, or else 1.536 megabits per second. So this is the answer. A digitized voice channel is made by digitizing 4 kilohertz bandwidth analog voice signal. We need to sample the signal at twice the highest frequency, that is 2 samples per hertz. Assume that each sample requires 8 bits. What is the required bit rate? So we can solve this problem like the bit rate can be calculated as, so we need to consider the sample signal, that is twice the highest frequency, that is 4K, 2 times 4K, and in order to represent each sample we need to have 8 bits. So that is 2 into 4K into 8, so that is equal to 64,000 bits per second, or else 64 kilobits per second. So similarly, the second problem is HDTV uses digital signals to broadcast high quality video signals. The HDTV screen is normally a ratio of 16:9, which means the screen is wider. There are 1920 by 1080 pixels per screen, and the screen is renewed 30 times per second. 24 bits represents one color pixel. We can calculate the bit rate as, so we are having 1920 by 1080 pixels per screen, and for each minute the screen is renewed 30 times per second into 30, and we need to have 24 bits in order to represent one color. So that is 1920 into 1080 into 30 into 24. So that is nothing but around 1.5 gigabits per second. So next we'll take bit length. The bit length is nothing but the distance which is occupied by one bit on the transmission medium. So for example, so if you want to transmit 0, 1, 0, 0, 1 and 0. So suppose if I am taking this as 1 bit, that is 1 or 0 or 0. So what exactly the distance occupied by this bit 1 on the transmission medium? So that is called as bit length. So a digital signal has 8 levels. How many bits are needed per level? So we can calculate the number of bits from the following formula. Each signal is represented by 3 bits. So that is number of bits per level is equal to log 2 to the base 8, that is equal to 3. So therefore number of levels L is equal to 3, that is log 8 by log 2 is equal to